Alec Baldwin and Jeffrey Epstein moved in similar elite New York circles during the late 1990s and early 2000s. Epstein often attended dinners, fundraisers, and private gatherings where wealthy donors mixed with actors and politicians. Baldwin was active in cultural and political events during this time, making overlap possible without a close relationship. Baldwin's name appears mainly because he was seen at events where Epstein was also present. These were public or semi-public social settings, not private meetings. There are no flight logs showing Baldwin traveled on Epstein's planes. There are no records placing him on Epstein's private island. No victims have named Baldwin, and no court documents accuse him of wrongdoing. Baldwin has spoken openly against Epstein, calling him a predator and supporting accountability. Baldwin's connection is circumstantial and social, not operational or criminal. His presence reflects Epstein's strategy of surrounding himself with famous faces, not proven involvement.
Naomi Campbell met Epstein through the fashion and charity world. Epstein donated money to fashion-related causes and attended high-profile events where models, designers, and wealthy sponsors gathered. Campbell was photographed with Epstein several times, which is why her name became widely discussed. She admitted knowing him but said she did not receive money or gifts. In later lawsuits, victims mentioned that Epstein donated to events Campbell attended, leading to her name appearing in court documents. Importantly, being named in documents does not mean being accused. Campbell stated she was unaware of Epstein's crimes at the time and cut contact once she learned the truth. Campbell publicly denied wrongdoing and was never charged. No victim accused her directly. Epstein attempted to associate himself with powerful and famous figures. Michael Jackson, as one of the most famous people in the world, appeared in Epstein's contact networks. Jackson's name surfaced through secondary references, not direct evidence. There are no flight logs, photos, or confirmed meetings showing Jackson traveled with Epstein or visited his properties. Epstein was known for exaggerating relationships to boost his status. Jackson died in 2009, years before Epstein's arrest, meaning he was never questioned about the connection. There is no verified link between Michael Jackson and Epstein's criminal activity. His name appears due to Epstein's habit of attaching himself to celebrity reputations. There is no verified evidence that Leonardo DiCaprio ever met Jeffrey Epstein directly. DiCaprio's name surfaced online due to his celebrity status and presence at elite parties. However, no photos, flight records, or witness statements place him with Epstein. He does not appear in court documents related to Epstein's network. Investigators and journalists have not found proof of contact. His name appears mostly in social media lists that mix confirmed associations with speculation. This case shows how fame can lead to false connections. There is no documented link between DiCaprio and Epstein. Bill Clinton met Jeffrey Epstein in the early 2000s after Clinton left the presidency. The connection came through global philanthropy and political networks. Epstein presented himself as a wealthy donor interested in public health, education, and diplomacy. At the time, Epstein had not yet been publicly exposed. Clinton's name appears on Epstein's flight logs multiple times, mainly between 2002 and 2003. These trips were described as humanitarian and charity-related, including work tied to the Clinton Foundation and international aid efforts in Africa and Asia. Clinton's team stated the trips involved meetings with donors, scientists, and nonprofit leaders. One unusual detail is that Secret Service protection did not accompany Clinton on some of these flights, which later raised questions. However, former Secret Service agents confirmed Clinton was legally allowed to travel without them after leaving office. Importantly, no victim has ever accused Bill Clinton of abuse, and no evidence places him on Epstein's private island. Clinton has publicly stated he cut ties with Epstein long before his 2019 arrest and said he knew nothing of Epstein's crimes. Clinton's travel with Epstein is documented, but criminal involvement is not. Despite years of investigations, lawsuits, and testimony, no charges or victim claims were made against him. There is no confirmed evidence that Cameron Diaz ever personally met Jeffrey Epstein. Her name entered public discussion because Epstein moved through modeling and fashion-adjacent circles in the 1990s, a time when Diaz was rising from modeling into film. Epstein often attended events connected to wealthy donors, designers, and international elites, which overlapped with celebrity spaces. Cameron Diaz's name does not appear on Epstein's flight logs. There are no photographs showing her with Epstein. There are no witness statements, victim testimonies, emails, or court filings that place her at Epstein's properties or events. Her name surfaced largely due to online speculation and name dumping, a pattern seen throughout the Epstein case. Epstein was known to exaggerate or falsely imply relationships with famous people to increase his own status. Investigators later confirmed that Epstein frequently referenced celebrities he had never met to appear powerful and connected. Unlike figures such as Prince Andrew or Alan Dershowitz, Diaz was never questioned by law enforcement, never subpoenaed, and never mentioned by accusers. No journalist or investigator has produced evidence linking her to Epstein beyond internet lists and reposted claims with no source. Importantly, major media outlets have not published investigative reports tying Diaz to Epstein. When names appear without supporting documents, they are usually traced back to unverified social media posts or recycled blog content rather than court records.
Bruce Willis moved in Hollywood in charity circles that occasionally overlapped with Epstein's social environments. Willis's name has not appeared in flight logs, court testimony, or victim statements. There are no photos showing him with Epstein. Like many celebrities, his name surfaced because Epstein frequently exaggerated his connections. Bruce Willis's connection exists only through speculation, not evidence.
Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein met in the early 1990s in Palm Beach, Florida. Both men owned large properties in the area and moved in the same wealthy social circles. Epstein was known for attaching himself to powerful people, and Trump was a high-profile real estate developer and public figure at the time. Trump and Epstein were photographed together at social events, including a party at Mar-a-Lago in 1992. These images are often used as proof of association, but they show a public event, not private meetings. During this period, Epstein attended many large gatherings where celebrities, business leaders, and politicians were present. Trump has stated that he knew Epstein socially but was not close to him. According to Trump, their relationship ended years before Epstein's first arrest. Trump has claimed that Epstein was banned from Mar-a-Lago, reportedly after a dispute involving inappropriate behavior towards staff or guests. This claim has been supported by some former Mar-a-Lago employees, though the exact details remain disputed. Importantly, Donald Trump does not appear on Epstein's flight logs. There's no record of Trump flying on Epstein's private jet or visiting Epstein's private island. No court documents place Trump at Epstein's known abuse locations. When Epstein was arrested in 2019, Trump publicly distanced himself, stating that he had not spoken to Epstein in many years and was not a fan of him. Unlike some other public figures, Trump did not attempt to defend Epstein. Trump's name remains part of the Epstein discussion because of early social photos and public proximity, not because of documented involvement in Epstein's crimes. His association appears to have ended long before Epstein's criminal exposure, making this a case where visibility created suspicion, but evidence did not follow. Stephen Hawking met Jeffrey Epstein through academic and scientific circles. Epstein presented himself as a wealthy science supporter. He donated money to research institutions and sought access to famous scientists to gain status and credibility. Hawking attended a 2006 scientific conference in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The event was hosted in part by Epstein and included well-known physicists and researchers. Hawking traveled with his wife and caregivers and participated in public lectures and discussions. Flight logs show Hawking flew on Epstein's plane to attend this conference. However, this trip was organized openly, involved many academics, and focused on science. There is no evidence Hawking visited Epstein's private island for leisure or private meetings. Court documents later mentioned Hawking's name only to show Epstein's pattern of associating with respected figures. No victim ever accused Hawking of misconduct. No witness described inappropriate behavior involving him. His severe physical disability also required constant medical assistance and supervision. The key moment is understanding why his name appears at all. Epstein used famous scientists like Hawking to legitimize himself. Hawking's involvement was limited to a public academic event, not Epstein's criminal activity. There is no evidence, accusation, or legal claim linking Stephen Hawking to abuse or wrongdoing. David Copperfield, the famous illusionist, met Jeffrey Epstein through elite social events and philanthropic circles in the 1990s. Copperfield's name appears in connection with Epstein because of social gatherings and public events. Epstein was known to mingle with entertainers, attend charity functions, and host lavish parties that included Hollywood figures. There is no public record of Copperfield traveling on Epstein's private plane or visiting his Caribbean properties. Additionally, Copperfield has not been accused by any victims of misconduct related to Epstein. Some reports only note that he interacted with Epstein at charity and industry events, not in private or illegal contexts. Copperfield's connection to Epstein is strictly social and professional, with no evidence of criminal involvement. Prince Andrew, Duke of York, met Jeffrey Epstein in the early 1990s through social and charitable events in New York and London. Epstein was known for hosting parties that attracted royalty, politicians, and wealthy elites. Prince Andrew's connection to Epstein is among the most widely reported. Court documents and media investigations indicate that Andrew visited Epstein's homes in New York, London, and the Caribbean. He was photographed with Epstein at social gatherings and reportedly stayed at Epstein's properties multiple times. Allegations arose when Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's accusers, claimed that she was forced to have sexual encounters with Andrew when she was underage. Prince Andrew has denied these allegations, stating that he never had sexual contact with Giuffre and that he had a schedule and commitments that would have made the encounters impossible. Andrew's relationship with Epstein reportedly caused a major public and media scandal. He stepped back from royal duties in 2019 amid growing scrutiny. In 2022, he reached an out-of-court settlement with Giuffre, which resolved the civil case without admission of guilt. The key moment in Prince Andrew's story is the public legal scrutiny and media fallout, which severely impacted his public role. Unlike many others on Epstein's social lists, Andrew faced legal action related to alleged misconduct, though he denied wrongdoing and the case did not go to trial. Alan Dershowitz, a well-known attorney and Harvard law professor, met Jeffrey Epstein through legal and social circles in the 1990s. Epstein sought high-profile lawyers for legal advice and to strengthen his network of influential contacts. Dershowitz became involved in Epstein's legal matters and public scandals, most notably as part of Epstein's legal defense team in the early 2000s. His name also appears in court documents because Virginia Giuffre accused him of sexual misconduct. Dershowitz vehemently denied the allegations and filed multiple legal motions asserting that he never engaged in any wrongdoing. He also countersued media outlets and individuals for defamation over claims linking him to Epstein's crimes. Unlike many celebrities on Epstein's social lists, Dershowitz's connection is primarily legal and professional, though it became deeply personal due to the serious allegations. His case received widespread attention because he fought the accusations publicly and through the courts. The key moment is that Dershowitz's association with Epstein went beyond social interactions. It involved legal representation and public accusations. Despite being accused by Giuffre, no criminal charges were ever brought against him, and he continues to deny all wrongdoing, maintaining that his involvement was strictly professional.